welcome to my channel, The Narcissist Guide. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope that you're having a good day. For those of you who are going through healing, I hope that you're staying strong and that you are coping well. Now, in today's episode, I would like to talk about triangulation. Triangulation is a very dangerous tactic the narcissist loves to use because they invite a third person into the relationship dynamic. Now, let me tell you firstly what triangulation is, and then I'll be explaining about narcissistic triangulation, why they do it, and how to deal with it. Okay, now, triangulation is one of the many manipulation tactics a narcissist has, and sadly they love to use it. It's a manipulation strategy in which one person doesn't communicate directly with another person, but rather uses a third person for communication to the second person, thereby forming a triangle. Now, triangulation exists in many forms and has similarities to more common unhealthy behavior such as gossiping, comparing to others, and bad-mouthing others. It's also called triangulation when there is a form of splitting in which the narcissist manipulates a relationship between two parties by communicating between them. So those two will not communicate directly, but they will communicate through the narcissist. So the narcissist can control the way of communication. Very sickening. Now, triangulation is disturbing behavior and results in negative energy and chaos instead of harmony in an environment. Okay, we know all that a narcissist creates chaos, creates panic, creates a lot of stuff. Now, what is triangulation by a narcissist? Narcissistic triangulation is when a narcissist brings a third person into their relationship for abusive purposes, such as having power, control, gaining narcissistic supply, and devaluing, smearing their victims. Triangulation can appear in many forms, varying from subtle comments to brutal smear campaigns. Mostly, triangulation is used to create rivalry or negative thoughts between two people, or using one person to abuse the other. A narcissist uses it to control the interpretation of communication and pushing opinions and beliefs of their victims about others. The purpose often is to create doubts and negative feelings in or to eventually isolate a victim from their support system and thereby making the victim more dependent on the narcissist. Okay, you might know what it is to be isolated by a narcissist. Narcissist isolates you very quickly after the love bombing phase to ensure that no one will see the abusive behavior of the narcissist. They isolate you and make it very hard to visit your family, your friends, or whoever, or just to ensure that you are with the narcissist as much as possible. Because the narcissist also hates it to be abandoned. Okay, they get unglued if they get abandoned. I have covered this in a previous episode as well, abandoning the narcissist, and I explained to you that the narcissist hates it to be abandoned. Okay, so I was saying that the narcissist is controlling the communication. Okay, so, well, the aim is the only communication between the parties goes through the narcissist, okay? And there's no direct communication between the parties, between A and B. A narcissist can try to drive a wedge between people or scapegoat someone for certain problems. They can make up hurtful statements someone said, emphasize certain comments, or interpret something consciously in a harmful way. Now, this is a very passive-aggressive manipulation tactic, okay? Narcissist uses it in order to trigger negative feelings in their partner, such as jealousy, insecurity. It's one of the many manipulation tactics a narcissist has in order to drain your energy, create self-doubts, and get emotional responses. It can be tough and disturbing to experience, as it's mostly plays out in a very stealthy way, but can become very brutal, okay? So I want to explain to you that triangulation is a very flexible manipulation tactic the narcissist can use, and it is endless. So it doesn't have to be that the narcissist is involving a third person who you know, or most of the times you don't know that person, yeah? Or it can be the ex of the narcissist, their ex-partners. It can be family members, neighbors, colleagues. It can be your family as well. It can even be your ex-partner. It doesn't matter. It is a very flexible form. And what makes it painful, what makes it more painful, is that the narcissist uses other people to hurt you and could play the innocent victim while doing so. In this way, the people that are protecting them, the rescuers, and I will get into that later as well, will torment the victim by doing so. The rescuer thinks the victim is the bully and the narcissist needs protection. Okay guys, now triangulation could happen at home, at work, or with family and with friends. Okay, they might recruit your friends, colleagues, authorities, neighbors, or even family members to manipulate you. Other people being influenced by the narcissist could threaten, stalk, harass, bully, or confuse you, and thereby create outside pressure or discomfort. So narcissists are using other people to do their dirty work. Okay, they're true evil puppet masters. Okay, most people aren't even aware of being manipulated by someone that is capable of telling lies without blinking and has an ability to convince others of their truth. Now, triangulation can make the victim feel as if they are not only dealing with the narcissist, but their whole world becomes hostile against them. Yeah, so it attacks your safety. Yeah, your safety net is being attacked, which is clearly very, very brutal. Now, let me go through the next part. Now, let me go to the roles of the people involved in triangulation, okay? Now, in triangulation, you have the persecutor, the rescuer, and the persecuted. The narcissist is most likely always the persecutor, and flying monkeys mostly act as rescuer, and the persecuted, that's you, the victim. Okay, the victim of the narcissist is the persecuted. Now, let me explain to you that the narcissist, the persecutor, is the one who starts the conflict and fully believes to be the victim. Okay, so the narcissist believes that they are the victim. There might be shaming, blaming, smearing, anger, and so forth. The persecutor is used mostly by personalities that seems to switch very fast in their emotional state. You know, narcissists are like children. They are very childish, undeveloped on an emotional level, as they lack empathy and connection to a deeper self. We know that the narcissist, they have the ego has won, and their created identity loves to be angry, frustrated, and being involved in comparing to others. It all puts the ego's existence and its importance. Okay. Now, when a narcissist attacks, it's pure survival to them. They need to confirm their created truth and identity in order to deny their wounds, because we know that they cannot self-reflect and they have this very high mask that they need to uphold. Now, all this intensity will be projected upon you, which clearly is very brutal and unhealthy. A narcissist will do anything to support their truth, such as seeking support and recruiting allies. They are very good at it because they can make other people believe that they are the victim. Okay, now let's go to the rescuer. The role of the rescuer is being manipulated to support the narcissist and abused as well as the victim. So this rescuer is also a victim. And I'm gonna tell you why, because this person, some people say, okay, can be their flying monkeys, but some flying monkeys are aware that the narcissist is toxic, but some flying monkeys are very unaware. Okay, and the rescuer is being told half-truths by the narcissist, or lies, whatever, because the rescuer is there to protect the narcissist. Okay, the rescuer needs to protect the narcissist, because this rescuer believes the narcissist's lies, or temporarily believes the narcissist's lies, because they are under their influence. They could be used to do the narcissist's dirty work as well. And the rescuer doesn't necessarily have to be a real person, okay? So don't get this wrong. It can also be an organization or a fictional person. A narcissist can simply lie about people agreeing with them or having support, okay? We know that narcissists are very good liars, manipulators, okay? Now, let's go to the persecuted. And that's the victim. That's the real victim, okay? This is the victim being attacked, okay, triangulated by the narcissist. You could be the victim of a smear campaign, abuse by proxy, and attempts to make you become isolated from your support system. It's very brutal and painful to be in this position. In this manipulative game designed by the narcissist, every emotional response will be used to prove their lies. It would be normal to become angry, emotional, and react crazy to the abnormal and abusive behavior of a narcissist. Sadly, the normal human reaction to being a victim of a narcissist is what will make the situation worse. Okay, the game is designed that way. It will be all narcissistic supply. Any emotional response will be used to validate the narcissist's stories and to keep influence on their flying monkeys. Okay, now let's give a few examples of where the narcissist can use triangulation. There are different types, okay? Let's say in a romantic relationship, the narcissist brings another person to create chaos, confusion, jealousy, and get emotional responses. This person could be someone that happens to be flirting with them, or a person that is being idealized by the narcissist. The drama and attention created by telling about this is a great way for narcissists to get narcissistic supply. So let's say the narcissist is at work and just going by her day or his day, whatever, comes home, and all of a sudden at the dining table this narcissist is telling you that someone at work has been flirting with the narcissist. And there was this tension between them, that this person or co-worker almost kissed the narcissist. And that can be half-truth, or there can be some truth, or it can be a total lie. And this is to make you feel that the narcissist is popular and people want the narcissist. So you are slowly getting in a competitive mode because you're trying to win the affection of the narcissist. And that is the purpose. That is the purpose of triangulation. And this is just a very small example. The narcissist can go very far. They can use this tactic, very flexible, like I said. They can go as far, and they can use their imagination, their delusional, crazy, sickening imagination. Okay? So they also combine it with smear campaigns. Okay? Narcissists are very good at smear campaigns as well. You know that they brutally attack their victim with all kinds of half-truths, lies, blaming, and so forth. They will play the victim and accuse the smeared person of, for example, being crazy, unstable, or even a narcissist. Now then, for example, they would say, "Oh, that colleague at work, Jessica, told me to leave you because you're no good to me." And that can be a lie, half-truth, or, anyways. It is to make you feel that you should be very thankful to have this narcissist in your life, okay? And it would give you the feeling that the narcissist is popular, that everybody wants the narcissist. Now, a narcissist loves to flirt with others in front of their partner. Doesn't matter. They could, for example, flirt with the waitress every time you're in a restaurant, and their attention will not be focused on you, as it's simply not fulfilling enough. They will always need and want more than you can possibly give. Now, and a narcissistic parent could attempt to control communication between two children. Like I said, triangulation is a very flexible tactic. It can be used in many forms by a narcissist. So also, A narcissist can, in a relationship or marriage, they could try to control communication between their partner and their partner's friends, their family, like their support system. They could try to create a distance between their victims and the victim's support system by driving a wedge between the triangulated persons. Now, why does a narcissist use triangulation? Now, they use it for several reasons. They can do it to destroy you. Okay, triangulation can be used to try to break you down. If you don't realize what's happening, it can have quite an impact on your self-esteem and self-worth. Okay, this results in a form of control the narcissist will gain over you. If you have low self-worth, you might try to be better and seek problems within yourself. Now, this dynamic becomes dangerous when you only seek within yourself. The narcissist will never take any responsibility, which means you will be the only one to blame. This is thus, it creates guilt and the feeling you are not enough, okay? Now, what it also does, it devalues you. Triangulation can be used to devalue you. And of course, this is giving the narcissist narcissistic supply. A narcissist has an unending need for validation, attention, and ego boosting. To fulfill this need, they will seek narcissistic supply, which can be attention, praise, sex, admiration, status, validation, and so forth. Narcissists are very dependent on narcissistic supply. Any reaction and emotional response from you feeds the narcissist. Triangulation is a very successful method for a narcissist to get those emotional reactions. And it's also giving the narcissist some form of control and to create dependency. Okay, a narcissist wants to establish power and control over you, okay, in order to feel a sense of importance. Okay, control over others and people competing for their approval will be a confirmation of their grandiosity. They can try to emphasize your doubts and negative feelings about someone in order to create a distance. This will leave you in a position in which you might not trust this person anymore, or you fear that they reject you. This manipulation can be done in very subtle ways. A narcissist could use triangulation to hoover you back into an abusive relationship as well. You might be provoked or triggered to break your no contact decision. If you have a no contact decision, they can use this during the hoovering, okay? And they always play the victim, okay? So narcissist also uses triangulation and flying monkeys in order to create a support for them. They could use this support when they are attacking someone or having problems with someone that, for example, doesn't play along with their games. If more people validate the narcissist, the victim will be more likely to start doubting or questioning themselves. In a way, they seek proof or support for their own created truth. If their truth is that you are a bad person and deserves a smear campaign, they will try to find support for this. Okay, it means when you're a victim of a smear campaign, there could be a lot of external pressure, and this can have severe consequences. It can make you doubt your truth, your intuition, and you can disconnect from it. Okay, so you're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna doubt everyone around you. You're gonna be suspicious. You're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be in a competitive mode because you are trying to win some affection from the narcissist. And this is especially for the covert narcissist very important. It's the attention. Okay, a narcissist feels superior, and the purpose of triangulation by a narcissist could be to appear as if they are very active, that they have a very active social life. They like to appear popular and as if everyone likes them. They enjoy being a person everyone loves, and that others should be thankful for the attention given by the narcissist. So it's very, very sickening. They can, for example, use triangulation to randomly show you they have some great close friends you have never heard of before. Okay, that is how crazy they are. Now, narcissists are very convinced of their own truth, okay? And their abuse revolves around manipulation through lies, half-truths, and controlling others. They have the ability to create a fake persona of themselves, which becomes their identity. To maintain their identity of being superior and more worthy than others, it's necessary to create fake personas of others as well. Okay, so this manipulative game of having the truth of a narcissist versus the truth of victims is complicated. Triangulation and gaslighting relate closely to each other in this sense. Okay, and I have made a podcast about gaslighting as well. You might want to listen to that. Now, when a narcissist tries to convince others their partner is crazy, depressed, or has psychological problems, they try to create a false truth in the victim's environment. They can play this in such a way the victim doesn't communicate directly with their family or friends, which could seem logical as they make up the victim is in a place with psychological problems and is unable to communicate. The narcissist plays the role of worried and caring partner, and family and friends might feel they have no reason to doubt them because of the gaslighting. This setup, okay, is very brutal and heartbreaking. It fully isolates the victim, and the narcissist has all the control. Now, how can you deal with triangulation? Okay, triangulation, a narcissist sadly sees their victims as objects, okay, in order to gain narcissistic supply. There's no space for being an individual with own needs and feelings. This is why you can't be yourself, as you will be pushed towards feeling guilty, anxious, stressed, and so forth. A narcissist will not take any responsibility or apologize for anything. It leaves no space to have real, honest communication, and there's no space for a deeper connection. Clearly, triangulation is indirect communication, okay? It is not between, this is about three people. Like I said, I explained the roles before. Now, there is this very true saying, and it says, what you say about other people says more about you, okay? Do you notice someone mostly talking badly about others or sharing how others say bad things about you? You know, it's being involved in negative energy. So if you notice this, you could think about it and ask why this person feels this need to do so, okay? Because how someone speaks tells you something about their perception of others. Okay, it will reveal much about their personality. You know, if a person is judgmental, feels entitled, and has a feeling of superiority, it naturally follows that this person doesn't speak well of most other people. A narcissist will mostly be very black and white. A few persons will be fantastic and perfect, and almost all others will have something on which they are judged. It can also be very useful to think about whether a person leaves you with more positive and calm energy after interacting with them, or you became more anxious, tense, or negative, okay? Does this person stimulate your positive thoughts about others, or do you end up in your negative thoughts, insecurity, and fears, okay? Now, sadly, triangulation is all part of a manipulative game the narcissist plays. They play, and they are great at it. Okay, the only thing you really can do is not to play the game. If you play, you will make it worse. A narcissist is not slowed down by empathy, self-reflection, or doubts. You are though. Okay, no, this is a good thing in the end, and because playing the game is only negative energy. Okay, playing the game is hurting yourself, and it is then it's self-destructive. It's a self-destructive path if you play the game. Okay, and there's also a difference between ego, the dependent mind, versus the independent mind. A narcissist is involved in the world of ego. Okay, the ego's needs are endless, and the ego is constantly seeking for something to attach itself to. Okay, a narcissist pushes you to join them in their world of ego when you become part of the triangle they create. Yeah, It will then be all about other people, possessions, status, abilities, belief system, physical appearance, and so forth. None of these things is you. The ego's basic patterns are to fight for its existence against its own fear and sense of lack. It results in things as resistance, control, power, defense, greed, and attack. Problems in the mind created by the ego will never truly be solved in the mind. Ego is the problem, and when ego meets, there will be drama, conflict, problems, and so forth. There will be no consciousness of the here and now. Now, if you are being triangulated, it means you are being triggered. You care about what happens and it hurts. This is attachment. The pain is a lesson to be learned. It could be something within yourselves that requires healing. What is the reason? What is the reason you, for example, become jealous? What need is not being fulfilled, and why do you have to have this need? Why do you care? Do you live in acceptance of what is? Because I believe we all can find the power within to emotionally detach, heal, and develop ourselves. Now, what you also can do is apply the gray rock method or non-emotional responses. Okay. A non-emotional response will be dissatisfying for a narcissist. If you are unsure about why your partner says something that triggers you, you could try to use a non-emotional response in order to observe their response. If your partner tells you about someone flirting with them, you could say, okay, I trust you, keep minding your business and show no interest in, do they drop the subject or do they try to go deeper into it? Observe their response and learn about their intention, okay? This method is part of the gray rock method, in which you try to emotionally detach from a narcissist. It can help to become less involved in things such as gossip and jealousy as well. If you decide to not add emotional fuel to the fire, it will become very clear whether someone needs this thrill or emotional drama. You simply leave their behavior with them. It can then become clear someone is very attached to drama, speculation, and gossip, and so on. Now, your self-worth and energy are very important when healing from a toxic relationship. A narcissist causes and emphasizes all kinds of negative thoughts and emotions, increase self-doubts, and will push your self-worth in the wrong direction. We don't need to compete with others or compare to others to prove our worth. Okay, comparing to others only has value for boosting your ego or boosting negative self-talk. Rather, compare to yourself and learn to know yourself. What are your beliefs and how do you talk to yourself? Is this with kindness and compassion? It is very useful to start asking quality questions to yourself. If you ask yourself better questions, your mind will come up with better answers. What is your belief about what a relationship should be, and what is a healthy relationship? You have to know what you want. Do you want to be involved in drama, jealousy, and gossip or not? Okay, so it's about you. Okay, so it's okay if you're still attached or triggered. It starts with recognizing when you are triggered and reflecting on what happens, knowing you are enough and know it takes time to heal and grow. It's all about taking small steps in the right direction again. Okay? So it's time to reconnect with yourself. You deserve your own kindness, love, and compassion. Okay? Now, that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope that it was an interesting subject. If it was, please subscribe to my channel, The Narcissist Guide, on YouTube. Leave your comments in the comments box and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for listening today, and see you next time.